Hello, everybody. We are back, and I suppose this signals the start, I guess, of the 25-26 season in the EFL Championship because everybody's fixtures are about to drop at midday. We will be getting swaves of beautiful artwork over on Twitter and the rumours are flying around. Hopefully, we can navigate the next 9 or 10 minutes before we find out exactly who is going to be playing who when. I've put it over there. Those are the things that everyone looks out for. What is the opening fixture? What's happening over Easter? It's always vital, isn't it? The run-in and obviously those big derby games. I mean, you can tell me what they all are, what the giant ones. Obviously, we've lost Leeds, Burnley, and Sunderland up at the top, and Luton, Plymouth, Cardiff down at the bottom. But we have the return of Birmingham City. We've got Wrexham, I suppose, some kind of all Wales clash there with Swansea and Charlton. We'll face Millwall, of course. And Ipswich will be facing Norwich once again. Absolute joy. And who else is coming down? Southampton, Pompey. We haven't had that for years, have we? Leicester. I don't know. Do we have a Leicester Coventry? I guess over there, people get very emotional about derbies and whatnot. Let me know who you want for the opener. And we will look at those key parts of the season and just try and get everybody's sort of thoughts as we are unleashed and know what is going to be happening fixture-wise next season. Let's read some comments. Get your views in here. Strutty, can the town have an easy start, please? I'm sure you've all heard the rumours about Ipswich's start, which doesn't sound very easy, but there you go. And just generally, who do you want? Do you want to avoid the parachute teams early? I don't know whether you do. Maybe you want to play the parachute teams in August because they're still going to be doing a lot of trading and a lot of churn. And we've seen, particularly the examples of Leeds and Southampton, maybe Sheffield United a little bit last year, a lot of jiggery-pokery had to be done in August. There you go. Jessica, part of me wants a Year 1 club or Birmingham. There you go. You probably don't want Birmingham on the opening day, do you? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No team comes to the Championship with more momentum than Birmingham. 7 minutes to go. Let us know when you know, and let us know as well. Opener, Easter, run-in, and when are the big derby games? Let's keep going through the comments. Get your views in as we await the news of everybody's fixture lists coming through. We've got a new camera here. I don't know if StreamYard is struggling. Hopefully we're looking okay, but it looks like the Wi-Fi isn't the best, so hopefully you can hear me, see me loudly, clearly. Morning, Ewan. Owen, give me a Year 1 parachute club at home. Can you upset them on the opening day? Or a newly promoted club away. Yeah, very nice. Southampton, Pompey. Yeah, that's... I think that's the best returning derby, isn't it? Being Pompey haven't been in the same division as Saints for a long while. Hello, everybody in here. Derby are massive. Paul... so excited, he just can't hide it. Rexy, welcome. Owen, New Orleans. What else have we got? Rexy doing a double stream watch across it everywhere. Has it been leaked? Ipswich, well, these are the rumours, aren't they? We will either confirm or deny that in about 6 minutes' time, whether Sky Sports are going to have a lovely Friday nighter between Ipswich and Birmingham on, what would it be, August 10th? I think the Friday would be, or is it the 8th? Who do you want for Christmas? I mean, Christmas is an interesting one. I'll have to wait and see how everything falls, because sometimes you get a little gap, don't you? And then like 4 games in 10 days or something silly. And then sometimes there's kind of like 2 before, and then you get a normal 3-game week and whatnot. So we'll see how the calendar actually falls. Is it the 8th of August? Yeah, it sounds about right, doesn't it? Stephen, Luton's derby this year is Stevenage. Yeah, of course. We won't be talking about Luton in the Championship. I'm sure they'll be back soon enough, won't they? 5 minutes to go. Get ready with your, as much detail as you can, really, particularly those bits over there in terms of the opener, Easter, running, etc., etc. Watford's derby this year is QPR. Yes, indeed. Hope the leaks. Yeah, the leaks do have Ipswich having a horrible start if they're right with Birmingham and Southampton and Sheffield United in the first month. We'll see if those leaks are correct. About time. Ipswich pump Norwich. No comment. Morning, Peter. Have I seen Chansiri's statement? No. What on earth has he been doing now? Southampton, Wrexham, Birmingham, Ipswich, Friday night opener. These are all of the rumours coming out. They will either be confirmed or debunked in 4 minutes' time. There you go. We've got a possible date there for Pompey and Saints. A Millwall fan wanting Charlton. They don't tend to put any of the big policeified derbies on opening day, do they? That doesn't tend to happen. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong on that. Watching Ben with a croissant and jam. This is all very civilised. We are how many minutes away from it now? 3 minutes away. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the comments. Welcome Planet Ball. Birmingham, Wrexham. Yeah, they meet as championship clubs this year. Fascinating. Wrexham, Sheffield United. That was an interesting one in the FA Cup a couple of years ago. Who do I want Ipswich to face on opening day? Not Birmingham away for a start. A bottom half side at home, but I don't think that's going to be happening, isn't it? Here we go again. Can we shake on a pair of draws, please? If you give me the league positions along with it, maybe so. Jack's, from his Norwich point of view, they're putting Wrexham away. What for Preston? I have a feeling Millwall v Charlton. Yeah, I'm sure the police will have that buried on a Sunday lunchtime in October or something, won't they? So there we go. Guys, I'm going to flip to the end of the comments as we await. Sorry, there's loads and loads and loads of them coming in. Oxford to get second season syndrome. Does second season syndrome exist in the Championship? I don't know. Less so probably than the Premier League. What else have we got here? Derby v Ipswich opening fixture. Yeah, that'd be more helpful than Birmingham away, as is rumoured. Polska, Hull have been linked. Coventry, yeah. I don't know. I mean, you can make an argument for wanting to avoid everybody, can't you? But probably don't want the Year 1 parachute teams. You probably don't want the 3 promoted from League One with their momentum and good feeling, especially in an away game. You probably don't want the playoff losers either, which is... we were having a laugh with this on the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel WhatsApp group, and I add Norwich into that as well, because it's just a bloody circus when Ipswich play Norwich. So that's 10 teams I don't want. Factor Ipswich in, they can't play themselves. So I'm down to 13. Right. Get ready, guys. Get the information coming in. I want to know your opener, Easter as well, what you've got on the run-in, maybe the last 3, although Easter and the last 3 were really close. That might have even been a group of 5. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it was Easter and then 4 to finish. I can't remember. And the big derby games, let me know. I'm going to refresh my Twitter because it is midday, according to my laptop here. And we are go. You can see the people who've had the fixtures before the embargo. They've got all their tweets ready to go. Who's going to pop up first here for me? Because the problem is I follow... we can see Norwich, and the rumour was actually correct, the leak, that Ipswich are playing Norwich on October the 4th, and my God, April the 11th. So would I be right in saying, can someone fact check me on this one? Would I be right in saying that is Easter weekend, is that 3rd and 6th of April? Does that add up? That sounds about right. So, yeah, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after. 41, 42, 43, 45, 46. Yeah, so Easter is rounds 40 and 41. So, yeah, I've got Norwich up here. I mean, they'll start with Millwall at home. We've spotted the 2 Ipswich games, which were correct. That Ipswich league that everyone's been seeing was completely bob on, wasn't it? Norwich over Easter, Pompey and Millwall. They go away to Hull on final day. Let me keep scrolling. You give me your thoughts here. I've got Oxford United up here, but they've done it horribly, so it links. Oxford Pompey at home on the opening day for Oxford. So that's a kind of rerun of essentially a League One fixture from 2 seasons ago. Both survived, didn't they? Oxford over Easter. Pompey again, actually. Hull and Pompey. Last day, Millwall away for Oxford. Let's keep scrolling here and see what pops up. Coventry City have done it very flashy with badges. Looks like all of these were leaked, by the way. All your in the know messages coming in were all correct, by the way. Whoever the Hull fan was that said it was Coventry Hull on opening day was absolutely correct. And is that Leicester in September in terms of a local derby there? Coventry over Easter. We'll get your thoughts. Derby and Hull once again. Possibly, someone again fact check me on this. It looks like opening day is round 41 in reverse. So it's a bit boring because opener, one of them is the Monday game in Easter by the looks of it as well. And Coventry finish with Watford. Let me keep scrolling. I've got Middlesbrough up here. Keep your thoughts coming in and we'll have a good look at all of them. Borough have Swans at home on opening day. I suppose Borough don't really have a derby up there now. Sunderland are gone. Over Easter, Millwall and Swansea again. So look, round 1 and round 41 are definitely inverse. Wrexham away for Middlesbrough. Watford, I haven't got the full list there, but I know they're going to Charlton. That'd be a good game, wouldn't it? Watford-Charlton on game 1, although if we've definitely got Birmingham versus Ipswich, then you can guarantee what the Friday night game is going to be. In fact, I've got the entire opening weekend. There you go. Birmingham versus Ipswich on Friday night on TV. We've got 3 early kickoffs. Charlton, Watford, Coventry, Hull. Southampton, Wrexham on opening day. That sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Borough Swans, Norwich Millwall, Oxford Pompey, QPR Preston, Stoke Derby, West Brom Blackburn, Sheffield United, Bristol City, and we got staggered kickoffs here. It is Sheffield United, Bristol City. Oh, interesting that. Sheffield United, Bristol City is literally the last game Bristol City played, isn't it? In the play-off semi-final, the end of last season. They'll be going straight back there, obviously. That game featured Liam Manning and Chris Wilder in the dugouts. This game will feature Ruben Sellers and Gerhard Struber. It's Leicester versus Sheffield Wednesday. So your 3 Year 1 parachute teams on opening round. It is Birmingham away for Ipswich, which is a rank, horrible fixture for Ipswich on opening day, isn't it? What else have we got? Leicester, Sheffield Wednesday, and it was Southampton, Wrexham as the other one. Right, let me keep scrolling here. Yeah, so Birmingham, we know, play Ipswich on opening day. And then Blackburn, Oxford, they've got Leicester as well. So Birmingham, we're expecting big things from Blues, aren't we? They've got Ipswich and Leicester in their first 4 games. And this is where we can have the debate. Do you want those year 1 parachute teams nice and early? Get them out the way. No one wants to play Birmingham early. Don't they? What do we got? I've got the final 5 for Birmingham here. Wrexham, Hull, Preston, Bristol City, Pompey. You would think, if this goes the way we're expecting it to go, Birmingham might quite like that. Ipswich Town. I do have a vested interest in this one, of course, and I think it's a pretty but ugly start for Ipswich. Birmingham away, Southampton at home, Preston away, Derby at home, and then Sheffield United to start September. Everyone wanted to avoid Birmingham away on the opening day, and Ipswich are the ones that have got them. The 2 games against Norwich are on October 4th, which we've already mentioned. That'll obviously go to probably to a Sunday lunchtime, won't it? Ipswich, Easter, Southampton and Birmingham. Oh my God. I know we always get comments say, oh, you've got to play everyone twice, but timing of games is absolutely imperative. Ipswich, QPR at home on final day there. Ipswich as well, back-to-back away games in rounds 44 and 45. You always look for those little freaky runs you get where it's like 3 home and 1 away in the space of 4, if you can get them. Massive thank you there, Liam. £2 on the super chat. We can talk about Chansiri in a minute. I believe there is a new statement from Mr. Chansiri which I have not read. Right, I'm keeping scrolling for fixture lists here. We've had plenty of them come through. Stoke City I've got up here. Face Derby at home on opening day. Horrible font, by the way. Stoke's admin on whoever's making their thumbnails there. I can't bloody read it. Easter for Stoke is Sheffield Wednesday and Derby. They go to Bristol City on final day. Let me keep scrolling and then we'll really get your thoughts in via the comments. I'm scrolling for more info here. Problem is I follow like 900 football teams on Twitter. So maybe we will drop into your comments. We've read a fair few of them. Sheffield Wednesday. There's a championship one. Sheffield Wednesday go to Leicester on opening weekend. I think that game's on Sunday as well. And we'll talk about Sheffield Wednesday and Chansiri in a minute. Wednesday, when are the big derby games? Let me see if I can pick them out. Sheffield Derby on November 22nd. Obviously, these ones will all go to Sunday lunchtimes if there's kind of policing issues. And the return game there in the Steel City Derby is on February 21st, or that weekend, call it the Sunday. Wednesday over Easter, Stoke and Leicester, and they round it out against West Brom. I'm going to keep going. I will go to your comments here in just a jiffy. Charlton start at home to Watford. Easter for... When's Charlton Millwall? Has anyone spotted that yet? Oh, September. Fairly early on we get Charlton Millwall. When's the return? Late January. So while the transfer window's open. Charlton over Easter go Bristol City, Watford, and they face Swansea away on the final day. We got a £10 super chat. Matthew's dropping bombs in here. Thank you so much. Watched your content since last season. Great coverage as a Derby fan. We've got a tough start. Stoke, Coventry, Bristol City, then Ipswich, also Birmingham and Leicester over Christmas. Yeah, Birmingham, I think, best avoided, especially away from home on the opening day of the season. EFL rivalries. This is pretty helpful from Skybet on Twitter, if you follow them. So Southampton Pompey we were looking out for early September 13th, and then 24th of January. That feels like the same weekend as Charlton Millwall. Yeah, it's exactly the same weekend as Charlton Millwall, isn't it? Ipswich Norwich is obviously a returning rivalry, October 4th and April 11th. Right, what have we got here? Nice one. Anair, our friend, has retweeted Bristol City for me. Yeah, Sheffield United away, we already mentioned in terms of Bristol City away, that being a playoff semi-final replay immediately for Gerhard Struber's first game. No big derby with Bristol City and Bristol Rovers being in different leagues. Obviously, Easter for Bristol City, Charlton away, Sheffield United at home, and Bristol City finish up against Stoke City. I'm going to keep scrolling, see what else we have got. Watford, have we done Watford? I don't think we have. Watford, we've spoken it from Charlton's point of view. Charlton face Watford on opening day. Do we have a derby for Watford in the absence of Luton? Not really, do we? There's plenty of sort of London stuff, isn't there? But they're outside the M25, aren't they, Watford? Or are they? London, Colney, yeah, they'd be just... No, are they outside? No, they're inside, aren't they, Watford? I'm thinking of St Albans, aren't I? Literally used to live near their training ground. My geography is terrible. So Watford, QPR and Charlton. That's nice and local for Easter. Coventry at home on final day. See if we can do a few more of these. Leicester. Lovely. Leicester, Sheffield Wednesday at home. It's an alright start for Leicester, this. Sheffield Wednesday, Preston and Charlton is the first 3 games. Will they be on positive points by then? Will they start with a minus? I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? When do Leicester play Coventry? September 20th, I can see up there. I can see January 17th as well. Over Easter, Leicester, Preston and Sheffield Wednesday and Blackburn on final day. Could Ipswich swap fixtures with Leicester, please, in terms of the mapping and the routing and the logistics and not having the front end loaded up very badly? Got to stop moaning about this, haven't I? It is what it is. It's going to be fun, whatever, especially that opening day. Birmingham versus Ipswich Town is the big Sky game for ITFC, and then Southampton straight away. Oh, tell me in the comments, how many points are Ipswich going to have after 2 games? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 6 is the answer. Let's not make this all about Ipswich though. Right, I've got Millwall in front of me here. Millwall start against Norwich away. I don't think Millwall have a good record against Norwich, do they? Remember them beating them 4-0 early under Daniel Farker, and I think Norwich tend to beat them since then. Could be wrong about that. You'll let me know in the comments, I'm sure. Millwall play Charlton, we've already mentioned, on September 13th and January the 24th. Over Easter, they've got to go to Middlesbrough and then play Norwich again. Oxford at home on final day for Millwall. Any more here? I think we've gone all the way through now, haven't we? And maybe we can just get into your comments. Pompey has just appeared in front of my face on the iPad. So let's just talk about Pompey quickly. Oxford away on opening day. The big derby against Southampton is September the 13th. Remember, we're going to have a derby weekend, aren't we? With Charlton and Millwall and Southampton and Pompey playing the same weekend in rounds 5 and whatever it is later in the season. Norwich and Oxford over Easter for Pompey, and Birmingham on final day at home. They weren't playing for survival. It was Hull that was playing for survival at Pompey, wasn't it? Right, should we get some comments and some questions in? I wanted to do Wrexham. Sorry, let me just... fascinated to see how Wrexham are going to start. I know they've got Southampton opening day. Let me just... Right, here we go. Wrexham start with Southampton, which is a parachute team straight away. And then it's all right until Leicester come on September the 30th. West Brom, Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall. That big head-to-head again against Birmingham. That was the biggest game in League One, wasn't it, last season? That's on 4th of October, the same weekend as the East Anglian derby, which is already etched into my brain for the sicky feeling that us East Anglian football fans tend to get that particular weekend. Over Easter, Wrexham will be going to West Brom and then facing Southampton. Again, they play Middlesbrough at home on final day. Right, have I done enough now? Shall we get into some comments? Get some comments and some questions in via the chat. JC, what do you think of the imminent Blues deal for Damari Gray and Tommy Doyle? Could it go through on August the 9th, please, JC? That would be helpful from my point of view. What else have we got? Beza. I didn't know they were released today. Well, here you are. Rob Edwards has his work cut out, to put it mildly. Jason, what an opening game to the Championship. It's horrible, isn't it? We were saying it's kind of the one game you didn't want is Birmingham away on opening day, isn't it? The team with the most momentum. That stadium's going to be noisy as hell. Expectations massively, massively high. It's going to be a tricky one. Chingford Canary. Championship games on Boxing Day. Looking forward to Charlton at Carrow Road. It's an English football tradition, isn't it? My thoughts on facing Blues first game, of course, not good. Don't like that one bit. That smells bad. Hopefully Ipswich can go there and keep calm and not get swept up by all the momentum and good feeling there's going to be at Birmingham. Get the job done, but yeah, you know what it is. Bradley, a rough run at the end of the season as usual for Blackburn. Coventry, Sheffield United, Southampton and Leicester. I'll take Wrexham at home on New Year's Day. Borough have a horrible start. Norwich, Millwall and Sheffield United after Swansea. And Rob Edwards, so many new managers starting this season. Let me just do my practice on this, because it's going to be Will Still at Southampton, potentially somebody new in at Leicester as well. We'll find out what's going on there. Sellers new, Sheffield United. Struber new, Bristol City. Mason new, West Brom. Edwards new, Middlesbrough. Sheehan's kind of new, Swansea. Manning new, Norwich. Pelizzano new, Watford. Stefan new, QPR. I'm practicing here, guys. Who else is new? Hull. Rakirovic. Someone type the Hull manager's name in here. I'm learning all the new ones. So yeah, plenty of people first game in the dugout. Robbie is a happy Charlton fan. Did look all right for Charlton, didn't it? Hopefully they can bed themselves in back in the Championship after... When did they go out, Charlton? 1920 season, wasn't it? So 2021, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 20. Been 5 years away, Charlton. We'll have someone new. Roll is all but gone. Yeah, I'm kind of... We'll place that there for just a second, won't they? Hoping we're not in a relegation scrap by early April. Yeah, you don't want rinse repeat for Mr. Ilachali at Hull, do you? That's the way it's gone. ITFC Sam doesn't think Ipswich will get autos. Fighting for playoffs. Could be. Joby just backed us to get automatic on Sky Sports. Go on, Joby. Always the most knowledgeable of the Sky Sports pundits. And he's right again. Yakirovic. Did I say Rakirovic? I said Rakirovic, didn't I? Yakirovic. Yakirovic. There we go. Kieran. Away to Sheffield United. There you go. That's positivity, isn't it? Never mind trauma. Revenge on the agenda for Bristol City, potentially on opening day. Millwall for the playoffs. The solo builder. We'd like to see it at least once, wouldn't we? Only 68 points last season would have got you in. And Ivanovic for top scorer. How about that? Matt. Derby v Wrexham. For a nice birthday treat there. You get Hollywood Wrexham involved at Pride Park. Lots of people asking me in the chat about Mr. Chansiri. I don't know what he's said today. But I can sure as hell, I don't know if he's burying the news today because the fixtures are out. Is it a good day for bad news? It's never a good day to hear from Mr. Chansiri. What's he said today? Given the ongoing speculation regarding the potential sale of Sheffield Wednesday, the chairman would like to provide clarity on the situation of the American consortium linked with buying the club. We've had an initial offer. A second offer was made, which was declined. I was willing to negotiate. A US rep of the consortium gave a media interview. Why do I feel this is all going to end with him not selling the club? But I'll keep reading. Incorrect figures were reported. I would like to clarify the inaccuracies. I won't go into granular detail. This is a long statement from Mr. Chansiri. It's normally Sheffield Wednesday accepts the charges and we will be appealing, isn't it? But yeah, he's a little bit more chatty today. I've been contacted previously on a regular basis by another person representing the consortium. Last thing I want to do is cause issues for our people. Happy to talk with a $5 million down payment. I bet you'd like a $5 million down payment, Chancery, wouldn't you? What's the payoff of all of this? I can assure everyone I did everything possible to try and complete a deal. He really, really, really wants to sell, doesn't he? But I was left to think, if this is how the consortium are at this stage, how can I be sure they're the right people to look after the club? Clang! The irony of that. I take full responsibility for being able to fulfill my current obligations, but a further obligation I have is to ensure that the club is sold. It's sold to the right people with the right credentials. I understand our fans are not happy and wish for me to sell. He's very honest, Mr. Chansiri. You've got to give him that, haven't you? All I ask is please do not believe everything you read on media or social media. I repeat, I am willing to sell, but the deal must be correct on all fronts. It's not just about the price. I've been seriously engaging in looking for investment from new parties and continue to do so quickly to remedy this situation. And he signs off by saying, I'm doing everything I can every minute of the day to ensure the situation is resolved in the best way possible for now and the future. Mr. Chansiri, everybody. I mean, he makes it out like he's pretty committed to selling, doesn't he? It's interesting that went out an hour before the fixtures were released, didn't it? Do you know what I was visualising? Do you remember at school when a couple of little kids had a fight and one kid beats the other one up, and then afterwards he kind of puts his arm around him and, you know, says, oh, you know, it's okay, miss, he's okay, or whatever. That's Mr. Chansiri saying, oh, I've got to do the right thing by the club and find the right people here. It's like, come on, mate. You just want as much money as possible and the best get out you can. And I think everyone's understanding of Mr. Chansiri and Sheffield Wednesday is he's going to lose a ton of money on it, whatever he does. But yes, little bit rambling as ever, little bit, I don't know, unprofessional. We say we want people to be honest, but I think when they're in CEO, chairman, owner positions, you kind of want them to be a bit more corporate than Mr. Chansiri is. But I bet he types that himself, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? Or those words have definitely come out of his mouth for sure. There's no PR kind of spin on what he says. But yeah, I've said it 100 times on here. I sincerely hope that they can get a deal done. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday under a transfer fee restriction plan, which is basically a soft embargo, isn't it? Which could go all the way up to January of 2027. The Wednesday fans in the chat are telling me, well, you won't be seeing Danny Roll again, and you won't be seeing any new players until there's a sale. So the problem we've got here is this rumbles into autumn or, November, December, New Year. It can with a takeover. And you're kind of like, Sheffield Wednesday going to be right at the bottom of the table. If this goes this way. And I'm sure the Wednesday fans would love a new ownership in for the first transfer window and for the decks to be cleared and the embargo lifted. But is that going to happen? Really? I suppose it's not July yet. And we go until the end of August. But yeah, that is the latest from Mr. Chansiri, who apparently will reply personally to your emails. So there you go. Just sell the damn club, man. He'll get to it, won't he? He'll get to it. There we go. I was asked to speak about Mr. Chansiri. I have. Right, any final thoughts on opening day? Terry, cup draw next. New season anticipation is building nicely. What time is the cup draw then, you lot? Let me know. We'll hang around for another few minutes. I'm enjoying the stream here. Headlines. We're enjoying looking at the return of the Southampton and Pompey derby and Millwall and Charlton and Ipswich and Norwich. From my point of view as an Ipswich fan, it's a pretty horrible start. Nobody wanted Birmingham away on opening day. That is exactly who Ipswich have got. Jake is saying, oh, if we got the quick double round in December, I've got Sheffield Wednesday open. I've got to admit, it annoys me when they do that, but it's all part of the rich tapestry. There you go. So first round of December, Sheffield Wednesday play, for example, a Blackburn away, and then they play them at home on final day. I don't know. It's all a bit of fun. I just like the idea that you play every side, sort of 3-4 months apart, and, you get that ebb and flow of the season. But there is also an ebb and flow to playing a side twice in quick succession. I mean, Ipswich got really lucky with Leicester and managed to draw both of the games with kind of late equalisers in both. It felt like that was, squished in the right place. And certainly the fixtures against Southampton worked for Ipswich as well. I can't read that. Something about a bald head. How tough do you think Norwich fixtures are, Ben? Looks like an all right opening for Norwich, doesn't it? We've kind of spoken about the pots. People tend to want to avoid. You want to avoid the promoted League One teams in August. So Charlton, Birmingham, and Wrexham. I'm not sure about the Year One parachute teams because they have just cooked all season, haven't they? But we did get the example 2 seasons ago of Leeds and Southampton not really getting going until September. So maybe you do want the Year One parachute teams in, the opening month. There's an argument that if the playoff losing teams don't get totally decimated by people picking up, signing all of their players, that they're not actually a nice opponent because they in theory have more momentum than any other championship teams, don't they? But you can slice it and dice it and all of that, can't you? Andrew Chapman, a blast from the past. Is that really the Andrew Chapman? If it is, send me a DM on Twitter, Andrew. I was great friends with him at school, and we will speak properly. Some great first games of the championship in Didio. Litmus test immediately on a Friday night on Sky. Rupert, our second baby's date due date falls on December 29th when my team Norwich face my wife's team Watford. There are more important things than Norwich versus Watford, Rupert, I would suggest. Carl, I love how they say fixtures are randomised. Look, they're as random as they can be and you need to look past even the division you're in because, there'll be things where Team X and Team Y, who are 2 divisions apart, can't play at home on the same day. So that has to be factored in, doesn't it? There's lots of little bits and pieces that kind of mean we get a variation on a theme each and every season, don't we? And it's not quite that different, isn't it? Immersion. It's only a horrible start if we lose. Oh, yeah, fair comment. I just think it's a gnarly old fixture. Isn't it? Blackburn is going to put the Birmingham Fire out week 2. How about that? Ryan, my first derby away, October 4th. I kind of just blocked that week out in my diary of, I'll just go quiet for that week. It's horrible. Absolute circus on the East Anglian derby week, isn't it indeed? Right. I like it. I think we're there. We've got your reactions to everything. Spoken a little bit about Sheffield Wednesday. Maybe we'll clip that one out and pop that up later. Horrible midweek away games. I think the theme of this is just moaning Ipswich fans, isn't it, Ashley? You and me both. But I don't believe in the notion that, look, you just play everybody twice and it is what it is. You know, it is all about the timing, and that can really, really help or hinder you. But, And this is the best bit, Dave, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you. You got to love it. Those fixtures come out. I know what you lot are like. You're worried now, aren't you? But when it gets up to August 8th, 9th and 10th, everyone's going to be, come on then. Come on, bring it on. Let's give me 20 points in the first 2 games. And here we go. Promotion incoming. Happy days. And thank you, everybody, for joining. I might have a special treat for you lot tomorrow at around lunchtime. But I never want to jinx these things in case they fall through. So I will say no more. So stay tuned on the channel. Maybe we'll stick the Chansiri clip up in a little bit. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow with something a little bit special. And possibly on Monday as well. I'm in discussions with people about stuff. I will say no more. Fixtures revealed. Thank you for joining. And we will see you all very, very soon. Go and get your diaries filled up and plan your away travel.